Hello friends, in this video tutorial we are going to learn how make contact form and after this send email of contact form data in PHP by using PHPMailer class. In any web application, there is contact form is required and via that form user can communicate to the owner of website. Or suppose you want to receive feedback from user, so via feedback form you can receive through email. There are many viewer has requested us to make contact form with sending email and validation, so here we have make simple contact form in PHP and for sending email we have used PHPMailer library. PHPMailer library is alternative solution of PHPMail function. Suppose you have used email of some hosting email. Then you have to define smtp details of that hosting email, then at that time we won't require this PHPMailer library. By using this library we can create custom mailer server of any hosted email account, and by using this library we can also define email other functionality like we can send CC email and even we can also send attachment with this email. Now we are learning this topic. First of all we have download PHPMailer class and put under our working folder in subfolder name class. This is our index.php page in which we have used JavaScript library jQuery and Bootstrap library also. Now first we have create simple contact form. So here we have write form tag with attribute method is equal to post. Under this form we have create first input tag with attribute type is equal to text, name is equal to name, and placeholder is equal to enter name. In this text box user can enter his or her name. Below this we have create second input tag with attribute type is equal to text, name is equal to email, and placeholder is equal to enter email. In this text box user can enter his or her email. Then after we have write third input tag with attribute type is equal to text, name is equal to subject, and placeholder is equal to enter subject. In this text box user can enter subject for contact to us. Now here we have write text area tag with attribute name is equal to message, placeholder is equal to enter message. In this tag user can enter message which he or she want to send to us. For submit this form data we want to create submit button, so here we have write input type is equal to submit, name is equal to submit, and value is equal to submit. When user click on this button then one email received at owner of site and another one received to user. Now we have moved to write PHP code for form validation and sending email by using PHPMailer. Here first we have defined $error variable is equal to blank value. In this variable we will store error message while processing of form data. After this we have defined second variable like $name variable is equal to blank value. In this variable we will store name text box data into $name variable. For store email text box data we have create $email variable is equal to blank value. In this variable we will store email text box data into this variable. Then after we have defined one more new variable $subject variable is equal to blank value, and in this variable we will store subject text box data into this variable. Same way we want to store message text area data, so we have defined $message variable is equal to blank value, and in this variable we will store message data into this variable. Now here we have write if statement, and under condition we have write set function, and under this function we have write $post submit variable. This condition will check if this variable value is set or not. If value is set, then it will execute if block of code. Under this block first we want to validate form data, so we have write if statement, and under condition we have write empty function, and under this function we have write $post name variable. This condition will check if this variable value has some value of not. If this variable has blank value, then it will execute if block of code, and under this block we have write $error variable, and in this variable we have append message like please enter your name. But suppose $post name variable has some value, then it will execute else block of code, and under this block we have write $name variable is equal to clean text function, and under this function we have write $post name variable. This function will clean name text box value and store into $name variable. So first want to create this function, so here we have write function with name clean text with attribute $string. Under this function we have write $string variable is equal to trim function, and under this function we have write $string variable. This code will remove white space from left and right side of string. After this we have again write $string variable is equal to string slashes function, and under this we have write $string variable. This function will remove backslashes from string. Then after we have write $string variable is equal to HTML special chars function, and under this we have write $string variable. This function will convert some predefined characters to HTML entities and store into $string variable. Lastly we want to return output of this function, so here we have write return statement with $string variable, so this function will clean string for removing SQL injection. So now we have again come here and write if statement, and under condition we have write not operator with preg match function, and under this we have writing string pattern in which we want to get name text box data. This condition will check particular string has only letters and white space allowed. So when this variable value has other than this, it will execute if block of code, and under this we have write $error variable, and in this we have append string like only letters and white space allowed. So if any user has entered invalid name value, then it will execute this block of code and it will create this error message and form data will not be submitted. After this we have again write if statement, and under condition we have write empty function, and under this function we have write $post email variable. This will check if this variable has some value or not. If email text box has no value, then it will execute if block of code, and under this block we have write $error variable, and in this we have append text like please enter your email. But suppose email text box has some value, then it will execute else block of code, and under this we have write $email variable is equal to clean text function, and under this we have write $post email variable. So here we have clean text and store into $email variable. Now we want to check email in proper format or not. So we have again write if statement, and under condition we have write not operator with filter var function with 2 argument. In first argument we have write $email variable, and in second argument we have write filter validate email statement. This condition will check email address is well formed or not. If it is not well formed, then it will execute if block of code, and under this we have write $error variable, and under this we have append error message like invalid email format. After validate email address, now we want to check subject text box has some value or not. So we have write if statement, and under condition we have write empty function, and under this function we have write $post subject variable. This condition will check subject text box has some value or not. If subject text box has no value, then it will execute if block of code, and under this block we have write $error variable, and in this we have append text error message like subject is required. But suppose subject text box has some value, then it will execute else block of code, and under this block we have write $subject variable is equal to clean text function, and under this we have write $post subject variable. This will clear text and store into $subject variable. After validate subject text box data, now we want to check message text area has some value or not. So we have write if statement, and under condition we have write empty function, and under this function we have write $post message variable. This condition will check message text area has some value or not. If message text area has no value, then it will execute if block of code, and under this block we have write $error variable, and in this we have append text error message like message is required. But suppose message text area has some value, then it will execute else block of code, and under this block we have write $message variable is equal to clean text function, and under this we have write $post message variable. This will clear text and store into $message variable. After validate all form data, now we have write if statement, and under condition we have write $error variable is equal blank. This condition will check if this variable value is equal to blank value, then it will execute if block of code, otherwise it will receive error message on web page. So suppose $error variable value is blank, then it will execute if block of code, and under this block first we want to load PHPMailer class. So we have write required statement with class folder /class.phpmailer.php. This statement will load PHPMailer library under this block. Here class is a folder name in which we have stored PHPMailer library. Now we want to create object of this PHPMailer class, so we have write $mail variable is equal to new PHPMailer class. Here we have create $mail object of this PHPMailer class. After this we start writing PHPMailer configuration for send email, so we have write $mail object with is smtp method. This method sets mailer to send message using smtp credential. Below this we have write $mail object with host is equal to smtp out.secureserver.net. Here we have define smtp host server. After define host server, now we have again write $mail object with post is equal to 80. Here we have define smtp server port. Now we have write $mail object with smtp auth is equal to true. Here we have define smtp authentication is like username and password is required for send email. Below this we have write $mail object with username is equal to smtp username. Here you have to define your smtp username. If you have, then write here. After define username, now we have write $mail object with password. Here you have to define your smtp password. If this both smtp username and password proper, then it will shoot email. Then after we have write $mail object with smtp secure is equal to blank. Here you can write SSL or TSL if you have, otherwise leave blank. Now we have again write $mail object with from option. Here we can define email from which you have received email. So here we have write $post email variable. Below this we have write $mail object with from name is equal to $post name variable. Here we have sets from name of the message and this name will be viewed to receiver. Now we want to set receiver email address, so here we have write $mail object with add address method with 2 argument. In first we have write email address and in second argument we have name of receiver. So this way we have set receiver information. After this we want to add to send one email to user of who has send feedback, so here we have write $mail object with add cc method with 2 argument. In first argument we have write $email variable and in second argument we have write $post name variable. This we can set cc receiver information. Below this we have again write $mail object with is HTML method with argument true. Here we have set message type to HTML, otherwise the email format will be plain text. Now we want to define subject of email, so we have write $mail object with subject is equal to $post subject variable. Here we have defined dynamic value of email subject. And lastly email configuration, we want to define email body, so we have write $mail object with body is equal to $post message variable, so whichever user write in message text area then it will become into body. So this way we have set dynamic email body. So here email configuration is completed with all necessary information and now we can send dynamic email. So for send email we have write if statement and under condition we have write $mail object with send method. This condition will check if email sends successfully, then it will execute if block, otherwise it will execute else block of code. Suppose email successfully send, then it will execute if block of code, and under this block we have write $error variable is equal to success message like thank you for contacting us. But suppose there is an error in the email sending, then it will execute else block of code, and under this block we have write $error variable is equal to danger error message like there is an error, and this error will be displayed on user web page. Then after we want to clear all variable like $name, email, subject and message, so here we have clear value of this all variable. So after successfully submitting form without any error, then it will clear this all variable value. Now we want to display value of this all variable, so first we want to display value of this $error variable. So here in form we have write echo statement with $error variable. So it will display value of this $error variable. Then after suppose at the time form validation error we want to display value in text box after form submitting, and if there is any validation error occur then we want fill form with value. So we want to fill name text box, so in value attribute we have write echo statement with $name variable, so it will display value of $name variable value in name text box. Same way we want to fill email text box, so in value attribute we have write echo statement with $email variable, so it will fill value of $email variable value in the email text box. After this we want to fill subject text box, so here in value attribute we have write echo statement with $subject variable, so it will fill value of $subject variable value in subject text box. And lastly we want to fill message text area field, so here in value attribute we have write echo statement with $message variable, so it will fill value of $message variable value in message text area field. Now our code is ready, so we have saved this code on checkout output in browser. Friends, we can see when page has been loaded into browser, then we can see one simple contact form in browser window. So when we have directly click on submit button, then we have received error message like please enter name, email, subject and message because all fields are required. So here our validation code on all fields are required is working. Now we want to check name is entered in proper. So here we have write Adonis123 and click on submit button. When we have click on submit button we have received error message like only letters in white space allowed in name text box. So here our this validation is also working. Then after we want to check validation of email in proper format or not. So first in name we have write Adonis Martin and in email also we have enter Adonis Martin and click on submit button. After clicking on submit button we have received error message like invalid email format. So are all validation working properly. Now we have enter proper data. In name we have enter Adonis Martin. In email we have enter webtutorial@programmer.net. In subject regarding your services and in message we have enter I have contact you regarding your service details in details because on your site I have not got proper information. So please share your services in details with your prices. I have waiting your reply. Thank you Adonis Martin. And lastly click on submit button. So after clicking on submit button, form data has been submitted and we have received success message like thank you for contacting us and all form fields has been cleared. Now we have go to our first email account and which email has been received or not. So here we can see that in subject like regarding your services and when we have clicked then here we can message which we have write in message text area field that means email sending is working properly. Now we want to see on email which we have defined CC, so we have go to email account of webtutorial@programmer.net. So here also we can see email has been received, that means our code is working. Sending of email from website is a required feature for any website. By using this feature user can connect us or contact us regarding giving his feedback or any query regarding our website, how to use many more other things for which user can contact us. So here we have discussed this tutorial like how can we send email in PHP by using PHPMailer class or how can we integrate PHPMailer class into our web application. So from this tutorial you will be learning new things like how to send email in PHP script by using PHPMailer class. If you have any query regarding this video tutorial part, please comment your query in comment box, and if you like this video tutorial please share with your friends or even you can also share on social media also. If you want to get more update regarding our video tutorial, please subscribe our YouTube channel for get more update regarding release of future video. Lastly, keep watching our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching this video tutorial.